Welcome back, students. Master Spleen in the building. So as you all know, Samurott Community Day will take place this Sunday as usual from 11 to 5 p.m. your local time. So it's time to look out if Samurott can be good for PvP, if you should grind, if you should take time to find a great IV. So today's video we are going to try to answer that question, and trust me, that's not going to be easy. So let's move to the highlights. So down here you will find an infographic made by legends, shout out to them, and all the usual bonuses will be implemented. So 3-hour lures, 3-hour incense, and Samurott will be able to learn hydro cannon. So as usual for water starters, really a great move, a 40 energy move, doing tons of damage, and we see with Samurott how it can be a really great move. In addition, Razor Shell is going to be added to the game. Samurott will be able to learn it. It's going to be a 35 energy move with a 50% chance to lower your opponent's defense. So quite a nice, interesting move. In my opinion, not really useful for Samurott, but it could be a really game changer if other Pokemons that can learn it in the main series game will be able to learn it in Pokemon Go. I'm thinking about the Bros, Slowking, Slowbro, that could have a baiting move like that and could be even more relevant in the Great and the Ultra League. When it comes to the optimal PvP IVs for Samurott, you have it down here. So for the Great League, 0, 40, 14, level 20. For the Ultra League, it's going to be 1, 15, 15 at level 36. And as we are going to see, it's quite important to look out for a very good PvP IVs here when it comes to Samurott, because it allows the mon to flip some matchups. So what are going to be the performances of Samurott when it comes to PvP? First of all, Samurott is really kind of a Swiss nerf. I mean, you could run it with Fury Cutter or with Waterfall as a fast move, and then he has access now to some nice charge moves. I mean, either you go with Razor Shell or Hydro Cannon. I think Hydro Cannon is the best one as a baiting move, and then you have access to Blizzard, you have access to Mega Horn. So according to PvPoke, the best moveset will be Fury Cutter as a fast move in order to charge quite fast your charge moves, and then Hydro Cannon and Mega Horn that has been buffed and now that is doing even more damages. So let's find out in the Great League, students. So in the Great League, as you can see, something that is really interesting and shines directly, it's the fact that Samurott can beat grass types in the Great League thanks to this combo Fury Cutter Mega Horn. You can beat Obama Snow, you can beat Meganium, you can beat Superior, and depending on IVs you can beat Venusaur. I was talking about PvP IVs, two matchups where you really need to have good PvP IVs to flip the matchup. It's going to be the Crest matchup and the Registeel matchup. So in a remix format, for example, look out for good Samurott PvP IVs. Another let's say IV dependent matchup, it's going to be Umbreon. Umbreon is a tank, and if you are facing a very high stat product Umbreon, he will be able to flip the matchup and to beat the Samurott. For Ultra League, and I do believe that's where Samurott has the most potential here. As you can see, you have some nice wins again. So here it can, as a grass type Slayer, in a way it can only beat Obama Snow and Shadow Executor, so no more, and time growth as well, of course, but it's not going to be able to beat Meganium or Venusaur or Superior in the Ultra League, because they are much more tanky and they can tank the Mega Horn. So several matchups I would like to point out here, and you can see how starting to see how Samurott can be somewhat a code breaker here. You can beat the Oxy defense, you can beat Umbreon, you can beat Cress. Cress is an IV dependent matchup, by the way. I mean, if the Cress is a very high stat product, can flip the matchup by surviving the Mega Horn. You do basically what water type can do, plus this extra coverage with the Mega Horn, which allows you to beat all the dark types in the meta. So Mandibuzz, Obstagoon, and Umbreon, and Scrafty. If you have good PvP IVs, you can beat the G-Fisk, you can beat the other water types, such as, for example, Swampert or Slowbro. So overall, quite interesting. And some matchups I would like to highlight. So we already talked about a few of them, but you need a very good PvP IV as well if you want to beat Bronzong in the Ultra League. Shadow Queen, Crustle, and Lapras are IV dependent matchup, meaning that if your opponent is running a very high stat product, he can flip the matchup. And two matchups that are moveset dependent, it's the Charizard and the Alolan Muk. And here, if the Charizard is running Dragon Breath, or if the Alolan Muk is running Poison Jab, it allows the mod to flip the matchup in the one shield. But overall, quite interesting, frankly, to be honest. And I'm looking forward to see some action of Samurott in the Ultra League. And last but not least, the Master League. So here in the Master League, frankly, I will not advise people to build a Samurott for Master League, except if you want to be a Spice Lord in factions, where I think it could be interesting to run it in factions, especially as a bit as a code breaker, depending on what your opponent is usually playing. But here, basically, you beat the fire types, you beat the ground types, and three matchups that you lose at level 40 but that you are able to take at level 50. Landorus, Mewtwo, that's huge for factions. I mean, given the place of Mewtwo in level 50 factions. And when it comes to Kyogre, you beat Kyogre even if he's running Thunder at level 40, but that changes at level 50. I mean, the Kyogre will take up this matchup if he's running Thunder and not Blizzard. To sum it up, what are my recommendations towards this community day? First of all, I know a lot of you are still not level 50 in the game, so the bonus will be a free time catch XP. So I will advise you, if you are looking for XP, to really grind, to try to hit that many excellent throws that you can, because those community days are always a nice opportunity in that regard. And I will advise you to evolve one Samurott for Great League and one Samurott for Ultra. If you are a bit more advanced and hardcore player, then really try to look out for good PvP IVs for Great and Ultra. We saw how it can be important in some matchups. I will as well evolve several ones for Great, because I only covered the Fury Cutter, Hydro Cannon and Mega Horn matchups, but you could run other Samurott where attack breakpoints could be interesting. I mean, for example, just a quick example here, if you run Blizzard as a Blizzard Samurott, you beat Altaria, for example, if you land the bait. So that's something to keep in mind. And really, if I were you, and if you are really into Sylph somehow, really try to build several one, maybe one with 4 attack, maybe an attack weighted one. You never know, they could always be useful. And same, try to farm some XL candies, because I do believe it could be a nice spice picks for faction. And I know for a fact some people are going to run Samurott in faction. So I really do hope you like that content. Don't forget to subscribe, to like the video, to comment, and I wish you a very good community day, student. Bye.